Well, we're back from the off day, and the Falmouth Commodores are ready to get back into the swing of things, taking on the Bourne Braves for the third time this season and the second here at Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. Hello and welcome to another edition of Opening the Door, along with Logan, Soforenko, and Carter Bainbridge. I'm Trey Redfield. So glad you're with us tonight for the Dores and Bravos. And Logan, let's talk about what happened yesterday. It was an off day for the Dores, but they were at Fenway Park working out in front of MLB scouts.
Yeah, bright and early, to say the least. They were there waking up as early as 5:30, Coach Trev Trundy told me. But yeah, fantastic day. They got to do a little bit of I.O. The pitchers were doing some mobility workouts. I talked to Grayson Hitt. He was telling us a little bit about what they did, because realistically for the pitchers, it's more of an off day for them yesterday just to soak in Fenway Park. But then after I.O., they got to take some BP. We unfortunately did not have any monster shots. Alex Mooney hit about 4 or 5, about 10 feet below where it would clear the monster. And then we saw one home run, and that was Luke Boyers. He hit one into the right field bullpen. But yeah, fantastic day with the Dores. I got to talk with now Bourne Braves assistant coach Jared Saltalamacchia, the World Series Boston Red Sox champion. But it was a fantastic day, just not only for the Dores, but for ourselves as well. Fantastic time at Fenway Park.
You can find all of Logan's interviews on our YouTube channel, and you can find the tour as well. We checked out Fenway Park yesterday. I did a tour event. Be sure to find all of it on our YouTube at Falmouth Commodores. And Carter, let's talk about this important stretch coming up. It's superb for the Dores. A lot of home games, but a lot of Western opponents as well. How important is this stretch coming up?
Well, it's maybe the most important stretch of the season, all things considered at this point. The Dores are still in 5th place in the Western Division, so they need every single game they can get. That starts today with the Bourne Braves, a Western Division opponent. They've had some trouble with Bourne this year. They've split the season series so far, but you think of other tough Western Division losses, the walk-off at Hyannis, the tie at Katuitt, the 1-0 loss to these Braves earlier this month. They've had some tough L's against Western Division teams that they need to beat. And again, next week, there's a 5 road game in 6-day stretch for the Dores. So that's going to be even tougher. Today and tomorrow, the Dores are at home, so they have to do the damage now while they have the chance.
And Carter, Logan, mentioned the struggles against the Bourne Braves. One of those struggles, what came right here at Gov Fuller Field, when the Commodores put up 0 runs in comparison to Bourne's 1 run. It came off that home run off of Max Shaw.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth when it comes to that game. And a bigger audience saw that game as well. That was the Nesson game. Drew Summers was absolutely shoving. The lefty was dealing. He had a no-hitter going into the 5th inning, but the offense just could not get anything going. We almost saw a very nice shot from Jacob Walsh, but nevertheless, Matt Shaw, who has been absolutely on a tear this Cape League series and season, hit a solo shot that was the only run of that game. He's hitting .342 on the year, absolute stud from Maryland. He's draft eligible in 2023. He's definitely going to be a player to watch tonight for the Bravos.
And in that game, Carter, Drew Summers got the start. Left-handed pitcher had 9 strikeouts. Today, it's another left-handed pitcher in Grayson Hitt. Last time he pitched, though, it was in a relief appearance. What can you tell us about his upcoming start?
Well, you hope that the trend with left-handed starters against the Bourne Braves continued after what Drew Summers did earlier this month at this ballpark. But Grayson Hitt, his last time out, was not the sharpest we've seen him. It was July 4th at Katuitt. He pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 runs. That was his last start, not appearance. We have seen him since, but for Grayson, he's been a consistent starter this season. You love to see him back in that role that he's a little bit more comfortable with after his time at Alabama. Now he comes in here against a Bourne team that has struggled to get its head above water in the Western Division, so the Dores have a chance to get back on the winning track after that tough loss to Wareham a couple days ago.
On the other side, Logan, it's Nelson Berkwich. What can you tell us about the Bourne starter?
Well, you talked a little bit about the importance of Bourne in the Western Division. They're coming into today with a 3-game win streak, and their pitching has been very nice, and Nelson Berkwich is one of those stud pitchers. Coming into today, 4 appearances on the year, a 1.45 ERA, but he also has only 2 runs given up this year, and they're both earned runs against the YD Red Sox. So you realistically figure you go up against the Vanderbilt Commodore, you're like, uh-oh, this guy knows how to toss the baseball. So the Bourne Braves looking to extend their streak to 4, but the Dores, they got to get something going against a pretty tough pitcher.
It's really important for Falmouth to get something going. You were mentioning the close losses. He was talking about how the struggles Falmouth has had against Bourne, what it's been like for them. But looking more into this Bourne Braves roster, it's still pretty loaded. Who's your player to watch tonight, Carter?
Well, we've already talked enough about Matt Shaw, but we got to highlight another guy, and that's outfielder Evan Slight, who just won Cape Cod Player of the Week honors when he hit .579 with 3 doubles and just a home run for good measure as well. So the hottest hitter on the Bourne Braves right now might not be Shaw. I think it's Slight instead. So if there's one guy today the Dores don't want to let beat them, it's Slight. They've got to watch out for him in this lineup because you know he's going to be there, and you know he's going to be up there pretty high as well.
So let's find out if Grayson Hick can handle Matt Shaw in the CCBL Player of the Week. That's Logan Soforenko, and to my right is Carter Bainbridge. I'm Trey Redfield. I'll be on the field today for the Dores and Bravos, and this matchup is coming up soon.